Yeah, I mean, I don't think we matched the physicality, the toughness. Um, essentially they had a lot of possessions where they just walked to the rim for easy layups. Um, there was just no resistance at a lot of times throughout the game. And that's not playoff basketball.
Knowing what you guys had to do to get here, all the things that you guys have had to go through this season, and the resiliency that you've shown, is it kind of frustrating that you guys showed up like this today?
Um, yeah, no, I mean, obviously we want to come out and play better. We had a great opportunity to play against a really, really good team on their floor, a team that's won recently. So it was a good chance or a good opportunity to challenge them, and be up for this game. So it is disappointing that we kind of let one slip away in terms of giving, a better effort. But it's one game, it's one game. We got a series, and we got a chance to play them again Tuesday. So sweep this under the rug and just try to learn from it. Get ready for the second one.
Paul, you only got 8 shot attempts today. Do you feel that maybe you should be more aggressive and get more shots in the future games?
It wasn't about getting more shots. I was taking what the defense was giving me and the opportunities that I had. Yeah.
Paul, I guess in terms of the offense overall, did it just come down to you guys just miss wide open looks and basketball is kind of just a make or miss game at the end of the day, or was it something Boston did?
Yeah, no, I thought we had a lot of good looks. I thought we turned down some shots, but we also had a lot of good looks, a lot of chippy ones that we usually make at the rim. I thought, it was just one of those days where we missed some easy ones, to be honest. Would it have made a difference? I don't know. When you give, a team 123 and they shoot 50%, it's not going to win like that on the road. You let a team shoot 50% at home. It's going to be tough in the playoffs, but it would have made the game a little better. Kept us in striking distance had we made some of those easier ones. But, again, it's one game. Hopefully we'll be in a better rhythm game too.
Staying on the defense train, just you mentioned obviously them being able to walk to the basket. You said just besides the keep a guy in front, the effort, just are there schematic tweaks or just things that are timing? I guess maybe things that you guys need to tighten up that will help in that regard in game two.
Yeah, I think guys just got to trust one another. We got to trust that we got help behind us, that we can be physical and we can be aggressive on the ball, and trust that we got people behind us. I thought we didn't do a good job of being the extra help and support behind the initial defenders. And I think we got to get better there.
Today was obviously the first time in the playoffs for guys like VJ and Bona, and I guess how would you kind of maybe assess how they played today, and what do you kind of tell them moving forward into game two?
I thought it was a good showing for them. I thought they know what they have an idea of the separation between regular season and postseason. It's going to be their own experience. They got to go through their own experience of finding out how to prepare, how to get ready, because it is a different. It is a difference when it comes to postseason basketball. So I thought they did good. They'll get better. They'll learn. But they were locked in. They were in the zone of the details that we needed from them. But across the board, we just got to get better.
Yeah, I mean, the weird part about it is we kind of got some good looks. We just missed wide open threes. But the defense of it, we had a lot of defensive breakdowns, a lot of stuff that we went over that can't happen.
Yeah, I guess to that point, just what do you feel like are the most immediately correctable things, and how do you go about doing that before game 2?
I think the most of the immediate stuff is like, if you see somebody driving to the rim, step in front of them, no matter what the scenario, especially if it's Jalen or Jason. Step in front of them, make them kick the ball out, then rotate off of that. But they got like wide open, walk down the lane layups, walk down the lane dunks. I think Peyton Pritchard got one too. Those are the ones we can't give up. It's already going, it's going to be tough regardless. And we're capable of doing it, but we can't give those type of plays up.
Tyrese, considering everything that you guys have gone through this year to even get to this point, was it frustrating to get to this point and kind of lay an egg like this?
I'll say this, I think this is my 5th playoff. So, losses, whether you lose by 7, 12, 100, they all hurt. They all don't feel good. But this one, it sucks. We didn't expect this at all. But we just got to play better. Paul said something that kind of registered in my mind. Like, they didn't feel like it was a playoff game. We did, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They just did us, easy. They felt like it was an easy game. And that's not okay. Like, we got to make them more uncomfortable.
Tyrese, is this a place where when a mistake is made by you guys, or it happens maybe more than once, that they seem to pounce on it and it just grows off of that?
Yeah, every turnover that we had, they feel like they scored on. I don't know if that's true, but especially the live ball turnovers, they hit a 3 or they made a layup or got a dunk, and those are the ones that we gotta kind of eliminate. We gotta get shots up, gotta make those threes, shoot those threes. I was just telling the guys after the game, man, if you miss 4, you miss 5, you gotta shoot the next one anyway, because those are generating good shots for us. If I get in the paint or if somebody gets in the paint, throws it out, and you open, you gotta let it go.
Were you guys at a point where just kind of, like you said, you had a lot of wide open looks, especially in the first quarter? I think you missed 7 of the first 8 of those. And does it frustrate you when you miss wide open looks and then, it kind of seeps over into the rest of the game in terms of defense and, just kind of feeling sorry for yourself that you missed those looks a little bit?
That too, but it's like you miss them, you work. I tell everybody, y'all work so hard, and off days and all that. It's gonna come back again. You're gonna get the same shot, or you're gonna get a different shot. You're gonna be open. You gotta let it fly. I'm not in that same position as much as I was, a few years ago. But I've been there. You miss a few, and it gets you're a little nervous. But I'm shooting. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, if I'm open, I want everybody to shoot. So if they're open, I want them to shoot. BJ, Kelly, anybody.
Yeah, I guess to go off of that, I mean, we talked a little bit about this after the Orlando game, but you being in this position of the top option, you've done that for the last couple of seasons, but now doing it in a playoff series against a championship contending type team, just kind of what did you learn from this game that you feel like can help you moving forward just in the situation you're in personally now?
Yeah, I think I did a decent job of just getting to the paint, kicking, and getting guys open looks, getting guys driving opportunities. I think I finished with 8 assists tonight. So it's like, I'm going to keep doing that. They're going to feel like they're paying a lot of attention to me and my drives and different things like that. So when I get in the paint, I'm going to look to score first, then kick. You know what I mean? And I got to be able to get more good open threes. And I got to generate more threes for myself as well. And we talked about that today, so it'll be okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the threes just because Boston's going to put up a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Is there almost a subconscious thing there, too, like knowing that, okay, we got to generate them, we got to make them, we got to just try to not match point for point, but you just know that that's something that they're really going to do on that end of the floor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know they're going to shoot threes. And the game plan is trying to take them away from shooting as many threes. They got up 44 tonight, and we got up 23. That's just, that's the game right there, man. They made 16. We made 4. So that's 12 more threes than what we made, and you can see it by the score reflected that.